Hello, fourth grade. I hope everyone is doing okay. Today we're going to be reading a text called How Humpbacks Go Fishing by Linda Brown Anderson. Pause the video and see if you can figure out the genre of this text, thinking about all of your genre-based thinking jobs. What is the genre of this text? If you observed the text and realized that this is a nonfiction text, you are correct. Congratulations. With that being said, you need to think about what is the topic, what is the author teaching me about this topic, what is the author's point of view, and what is the overall main idea of this text. So follow along and pause the video if you need me to stop so you can write anything down. Here we go. Humpback whales are known for feeding alone or in pairs. Most of the time, they plow through the ocean with their huge mouths open, scooping up thousands of tiny shrimp-like creatures called krill. But humpbacks that live near the west coast of North America have a surprising and spectacular way of catching fish. When they spot a school of herring, the humpbacks dive into the depths and close in on the fish from below. A steady flow of bubbles rises to the surface, forming a circle. Suddenly, all of the whales explode out of the water at once, right in the middle of the bubble circle. Their huge mouths are open and full of silver wriggling fish. Scientists wanted to know more about how the whales fed on schools of fish. Using underwater microphones, they listened to humpbacks as they fed. The whales made magnificent trumpet-like sounds as they swept up and ate the fish. The researchers also used the critter cam, a video camera that can be attached harmlessly to the back of a whale. It showed that the whales waved their huge flippers back and forth as they fed. Most researchers thought the humpbacks were fighting over the fish. Whales are known to use bubbles and loud calls when they try to chase away other whales. Maybe they also wave their flippers to shoo one another away. A deep mystery. Dr. Fred Sharp had a radical idea for the late 1980s when he began his research. Maybe the whales were working together. Dr. Sharp led a team of researchers. They used sonar to see deeper into the water. A sonar device sends out sound waves, then catches the echoes of those waves after they bounce off objects, such as whales, fish, and bubbles. Using the echoes, the sonar creates pictures of the objects. The sonar showed that to a humpback, bubbles are tools. A single whale swims below the fish, carefully releasing air from its blowhole to create a wall of bubbles. Also using sonar, the scientists saw other whales moving toward the herring, chasing the fish toward the bubble wall. The herring were reluctant to try to escape through the bubbles. The bubble-blowing whale began to swim in a circle, making the wall of bubbles go all the way around the fish. The fish were trapped in a bubble net. Using an underwater microphone, the research team recorded the sounds of the whales. The whales swam under the herring and begin their trumpet-like calls. Then the whales swam upward all at once, waving their flippers, and gulped a large number of fish. The whales were working together. How did the whales use their calls and flippers to catch their food? To find out, Dr. Sharp and his team placed a school of herring into an aquarium. Then the researchers pumped in air to make a wall of bubbles. The fish would not swim through the bubbles. When the researchers played a recording of feeding calls by humpbacks, the herring dashed away from the sounds. The sounds make it easier to trap the fish in the bubble net. The scientists also placed a model of a humpback flipper into the aquarium. Like a real humpback flipper, the model was dark on one side and white on the other. As the researchers turned the flipper and flashed the white underside at the school, the fish quickly swam away, working as a team. Now, Dr. Sharp understood how humpbacks feed together. One whale forms a wall of bubbles around the fish. Other whales approach from the sides and from below. One of the whales, the leader, makes calls from below that send the fish toward the surface and into the ring of bubbles. As the fish are squeezed into a tighter group, the bubble-blowing whale continues to swim in a circle, closing the net and trapping the fish in a bubble coral. Finally, all of the whales swim up into the feast of fish, making trumpet-like calls and flashing the white sides of their flippers to keep the trapped fish from escaping between them. Over the years, the research group has seen that humpback whales often live and hunt together for years. Each time they go fishing, the same whales play the same roles: bubble blower, first caller, and so on. Thanks to Dr. Sharp and his co-workers, we now know something about humpback intelligence. We also know that these famous loners actually can form lifelong relationships with others of their species. Have a good day.